Absolutely. Again, they are not racing against AI cars this time. It is against other experienced Team Wars racers. Oh, Mashiro gets the first spot here, followed by 3 Bruh members. Bruh's got to like that. Yeah, are you familiar today, Grumpy, what the rules are about disconnections for what lap it's going to count for?
I think it's 1 lap.
1 lap.
I haven't heard anything else, so yeah.
Okay, different from the last Connie cast where it was 2. And we all know that played a big factor. Now I have...
The unghosting is about to finish.
Yes, it will. Excuse me, am I wrong, but do you see Maserati anywhere in this race?
No, it looks like they've swapped him out for Lily Stormy.
Wait, wow.
Yeah, Lily Stormy.
Yeah, no, it was Lily.
Right now.
He did start in second, I believe, so he's just holding his spot right about now. Ooh, Mashiro has a little bit of issue on that.
Getting a little touch from Shitsu.
Yeah, it's all right.
Shitsu makes his way into first. So I've heard from practice that Maserati, Shitsu, and who was the third guy? Someone else who's not racing.
Ooh,
were the top guys. So looks like 2 of Bruh's top racers are not taking part.
Yes, I have been told as well that Platinum Mod and Godflux might not be participating in Team Wars for the foreseeable future. Take that as you will.
Okay, sources report that it's up to the 2nd lap if there is a disconnect.
Your sources or my sources? Big difference.
The Matsura sources.
Matsura, ooh, I don't know how trustworthy those are, but we'll keep that in mind. It is a shorter track.
Seems like Mashiro is going backwards in the order right now. There's got 2 Bruh members up into 1st and 2nd.
JV has moved from 11th to 9th, though. He's making a little bit of progress, but he's only passing his own teammates at this point.
And already 10 seconds down on the leaders.
Yeah, that might be that lack of practice coming into play.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely tell from personal experience that going onto Fortune Island and expecting to be as fast as you are on mainland without any practice is not something that's going to happen.
Oh, you can see them using a bunch of extend. Yeah, I was going to say they're using a bunch of extends already. Not afraid to get in the dirt. Coming around that corner smooth.
We got Backer driving in the 33S up in 3rd place.
It seems as though it's the. It seems to be a group of the top 5 racers all decently close together and a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, even top 6. It looks like Eternal's just about keeping up with those guys, and then it's another 2.5 seconds down to the.
Mashiro gets a little bit of a bump. He's fine though. Just give him a little bit of boost if anything. Let's see. Baka seems to be getting a little bit of room on Mashiro after the corners. He seems to be taking it just a little bit smoother. As you all know, time is normally not made up in the straights, but in the corners. Ooh, a little bit, some lag spikes. A little, oh God! It's getting a little ugly out here with these Horizon servers. Oh my!
Yeah, as well.
You've
got to take into account that we've got EU people and NA people and also people from Japan, so
yes,
all around the world in this race.
As we do know, Dorj, the big Japanese racing club in Horizon, and Bruh has a plethora of people from all around the planet at this point. Ooh, Mashiro gives Baka a little bit of a friendly bump.
A little tap on the ass.
Hey, it never hurt. Ooh, Eternal is giving... He's giving Mashiro the business a little bit. He's not afraid to let him know he's there. He's shooting the inside on him. I don't think he'll get it, though.
He's definitely got the line there.
Ooh, Baka seems to have... They've seemed to have found themselves a way to avoid the water. Oh, and Green Gamer lands on top of Mashiro. He manages to save it. Oh, my.
Did we have to put an 18+ warning on this race after that? That was some serious mounting going on.
He did, in fact, mount with force. I will give him that. Eternal did manage to get a pass off of that incident. But it seems though Eternal and Baka, at the very least, managed to find themselves lines around that little bit of a water before the jump.
It looks like this top 4 have definitely got the pace over the rest of the field right now.
Oh, absolutely. And Green Gamer is coming up on Mashiro very quickly. Oh, give him another bump. He gave a little bit of room for the inside, and Green Gamer cannot take it. This is already turning into quite a good race. We're only on lap 2.
Just looking at the timing screens, it looks like JV is catching up to Lily Stormy right now. Since the start of the race, JV has only dropped back 1 second on the leaders since he was 10 seconds down, so it seems like he should be coming up through the field as the race goes on.
Well, I think we can both agree that he is quite literally learning the track as he goes. I would expect him to put up much faster times the later this race gets. Yeah, JV is up to 7th now.
As well, there's a fight going on between Alpha and Nico Woting, or however you pronounce that name.
Utronian, it might be. I'm not sure myself.
And there's a pass. As Nico goes up into 11th place.
Ooh, Green Gamer gets the pass as Mashiro hits some, what I think were fences on the side of the road. Didn't quite see, but it's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, from personal Team Wars experience, I can tell you that props are often not considered as strongly as they should be during a race. Hitting a prop can really set you up to get monstered in an overtake.
Oh, I think you and I can both agree on that. You raced in the same race that I was qualifying for, RR&R versus JOR, with the city props becoming a big issue.
Yes.
It was rather terrible.
Yeah, the traffic lights in particular, if you hit the pole, they don't slow you down. But if you hit the top of the traffic light, which falls to the ground, then you'll lose about a second on the person in front.
Oh, yeah,
so
it was
a thing to consider.
Quite awful. Because those props affect more than you think. Those affects what type of lines you can take around corners.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, it doesn't seem like there's too many props that are going to be in the way, as Mashiro slams the wall.
Yep, so did Green Gamer. They're in the same exact lines right now, quite literally.
You can definitely feel the slight desperation there. Both of them trying to really hot lap right now.
We have JV getting up on the rear of Mashiro. He is catching quickly. I reckon he's made up at least a half a second in the last lap.
Yeah, and he's actually catching the leader on pace right now.
Oh, we're only on lap 3 out of we're only on lap 3 out of 12. He has plenty of time to make a run for 3rd or 2nd. Oh, Mashiro takes that jump very carefully. He loses speed compared to JV. Mashiro is actually giving us quite the good perspective on this whole race. And
there it is.
I think he might have hit almost the exact same spot where he did last time. And he gets passed again. JV appears, do you know what Corvette he's in? Is that an 09?
I think that is the 09 Corvette. Just to give a quick rundown on the cars, Dorj said that their fastest cars were the ATS, the Honda NSX-R, the Alfa Romeo 33S, the 458, and the Supervan. Whereas Bruh said that their fastest car was the ZR109 Corvette, the ATS, the Huracan, the 8C Forza Edition, the NSX 92, and the Dodge Viper 08. So only the ATS and the Honda being shared between the two teams, both of them coming in with different perspectives on the other cars.
And were those lists all in order of fastest to slowest?
They didn't mention.
Okay. I was going to say, that's what it sounded like to me, and putting the NSX and Viper down that low was kind of odd. However, we cannot confirm that. Ooh, Mashiro trying to get past Green. It's not going to happen there.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if Mashiro can really ease himself into this race and pick up his pace as the laps progress.
Well, again, this is their first Team Wars. You'd think that there might be a little bit of nerves going on through JOR. Or, my bad, Dorj, not JOR.
Although definitely some nerves on our end as well.
Oh, absolutely. It does seem that Bruh is definitely winning so far. by a considerable amount, I would think. They have first and second and third and sixth. Excuse me.
Green Game is definitely on his limit here. I just saw him almost miss a checkpoint. That was very lucky on his end.
Who knows? It could have just been CRT lines.
JV is just coming up onto the back of Eternal right now.
Ooh, I wish we had a point of view up there, but we do not. I do not believe anyways. Do we have Baka driving?
Go to Green Game and POV. Go to Green Game and POV.
I
be able to see the battle.
I do believe we can do that. We will switch over to his POV right now.
Oh, JV's up the inside. I think he's by. There he goes.
JV moves himself up to 4th. He started in 11th. This is rather impressive.
He's only lost 5/10 in the last 2 laps to the leader while passing 3 people.
It will take JV. JV is still 11.5 seconds behind Shih Tzu in the lead. That would be quite a deficit to come back from if he wants to get that top spot. More manageable might be 2nd place, where he is, I believe, about 7 seconds behind.
You can see people adjusting to the new line going around the puddle now.
Yep, I believe, I want to say Bruh was the team who first took that line. I think the Jorn members are or Dorj members, again, my bad. I think they're starting to catch on to it. The only one of them I see take that at first was, I believe Baka driving.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there might be a language barrier there with him not being able to communicate correctly that cut exists and that was much faster to be able to tell the rest of his team that. I mean, information sharing when you're top lapping in Team Wars is really important to be able to find pace, not just for yourself, but for your team as a whole.
I agree. I am pretty sure most Dorj members, at least our team leader, does speak English. So, it might be an accent barrier. I know I have a hard time with that.
Yeah, true. Or maybe
very,
just following. Ooh.
Very late braking on that line. I wouldn't trust that braking line at all.
Looks like JV is just past Baka driving as well. Up into 3rd.
Tell me, does the back of his car say Tequila Patron? I believe it does.
I think it does.
A little bit of comedy hidden in the libraries. Just as long as it's no anime, we wouldn't want anyone getting punished.
Well, I mean, I think this is the one team where anime would be acceptable on the livery.
I think frowned upon would be a better term. Forza made themselves very clear with their new guidance.
True. Accepted and banned, 2 different things there.
Green Gamer seems to be having a little bit of internet issues on his broadcast perspective. Nothing too bad. Eternal seems to be taking a little bit of riskier lines trying to find his way up to Baka driving.
Yeah, this is definitely impactful. If Baka driving is passed by Eternal or Green Gamer, it's going to be really difficult for Dorj to pick up a win here. I think that almost secures Bruh's victory. I
think if Dorj really wants to win this race, I think what they're going to have to do is get the 9th and 10th position players to come up to about 8th and pass Lily. And then they need to pray to God that JV can make some of his magic happen and move his way into at least 2nd.
Yeah, it seems though like JV is not going to be able to pick up much time against Shih Tzu, who's just flying off right now, putting in some great lap times.
So, do you know if we have any point of views from the top of the leaderboard right now?
No, I think Green Gamer is the furthest forward point of view. Stream seems to be causing people to go much slower, I guess.
And this is why I beg for perspectives. Because, as you know, the last race, RR versus JOR, the one you participated in, we missed a couple of several great overtakes.
Yeah, there was an incredible CJ overtake at the end that he posted in the chat.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Watch it live.
It was beautiful. Not to mention the tomfoolery behind Graypool and what he had at the end of the race.
For those who aren't aware, Graypool and Twister were about 1 second apart from each other. Graypool hit a wall with 15 seconds of the race left to go, and then Twister hit a wall with 5 seconds of the race left to go, and they both swapped back right at the end of the race.
I think we're going to switch back to Matshiro's perspective, as it looks like him and Lily are about to battle it out, from what it looks like to me. We're going to take a look. Lily Stormy, less than 0.4 seconds behind. He is up Matshiro's rear. It's going to come down to the battle of the corners, I believe. Matshiro cannot afford to give up a spot to Lily right now.
That would be a very difficult deficit to come back from if that happens.
I think Jor still has a fighting chance right now, because I don't believe he's seen any missed checkpoints or hitting obstacles yet, for the most part. However, that can all happen. We're not even halfway done yet.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, a massive mistake from Eternal right there. Green Gamer.
Oh no, I do see that on the mini map. Eternal, I don't know if he took that corner wide or what happened.
I think he just missed his braking marker and slid into the corner.
It just affects their place on the track. However, points are the same as they are both teammates.
As we can see, Mashiro here, his best lap is 3:30.1, whereas Green Gamer is up in 3:27.6. So
that is a big gap.
Second. Yeah.
That is a big gap. This is where I believe the practice hours really come in. Unless you're the Frenchman named JV, apparently.
Well, he's getting his practice. He had lap 1, lap 2, lap 3.
I mean, hey, no practice and you're in third place. I couldn't complain about that.
Yeah, even though JV is losing time to the leaders, it looks like he's actually catching up on Neutronian. So
he is. He is only 5 seconds behind, I believe, but he is losing. I think he lost another 2 seconds on Shih Tzu up in front.
As Eternal gets right back by Green Gamer once again. Man, that NSX has some top end.
It does.
And he crashes into a wall again.
Oh no! There he is. Can Mashiro catch up though and capitalize? I don't think so. They've already come up to the corner. Eternal making mistakes.
Yeah,
oh, Lily Stormy is now right up on Mashiro. I think he fell back off pace, but he is caught back up. He's going nearly side by side with Mashiro through his corners.
In the car again.
Do you think it could be a tune issue for Eternal right now?
I think that
Mashiro misses the line.
Oh!
Mashiro misses the line, but he's going to cut in and keep his spot against Lily.
That jump in the rally pod is really dangerous.
You can definitely see how much time is lost if you do not get that line correctly where that puddle is.
Yeah, it must be at least a second there.
Yeah, Fortune Island is very, very different from mainland Britain when it comes to custom racing in this game.
Wow, Green Gamer once again clipping the checkpoint by the thinnest of margins there.
You think he's just very well practiced with the lines, or do you think he's getting lucky?
I mean, he's probably well practiced, but it just depends whether he can keep his composure in the championship laps, sort of 8 to 12. You know, that's when your hands start to get tired and it starts to get sweaty.
Sweaty or not, he is not in a bad position for Bruh, who I do believe will be probably close to 1,000 points up on Dorj right now. It might not look that much, but Dorj does have 3 of their players in the bottom 4.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, in Team Wars, it's not just who your fastest player is, it's also the depth of your roster. You need everyone to be on pace, otherwise you're going to start dropping points in the mind.
Unless the race is extremely lopsided, the Team Wars are decided, I believe anyways, based on the middle of the pack, how those finishing positions line up there.
Yeah, the only way to carry a Team Wars is to have first, second, and third, and that will guarantee you the win. Everything else, it's up to the pack.
Yep, and as of right now, Green Gamer, who is the third fastest on Bruh right now, is still about 5 seconds behind Baka driving, so unless some mistakes are made or he really picks up his pace, I don't see him catching up.
Shih Tzu is setting an absolutely blistering pace right now. He's pulling 3 seconds a lap on some of the drivers in the midfield.
What is his best time so far?
I don't have his perspective, but it looks like he might be down in the 24s.
Wouldn't that be the best time that they were talking about recording even in practice?
Yeah, Bruh said that their best time in practice, I think they said was done by Maserati, was 23.9.
So he is right up there. Again, Maserati was in the lineup, but I believe they said that he was having internet issues and could not participate today. And if he was their fastest driver, that would be a big blow, but they seem to be holding it together right now.
Is Shih Tzu in the super van? I think
is he? Really?
Is he a van boy?
That would be insane. I do believe that would be the first time we've seen the new super van in Team Wars. That is true. Unfortunately, we don't have his perspective.
Yeah, if anyone has any data on that from Bruh or Dorj, you can message me on Discord to let me know what car is in. That would be really helpful.
Yes, it would. And we see this puddle line again. You have to hit the outside of the checkpoint, and he still even hit some water there. And he is now almost 30 seconds. Mashiro is behind Shih Tzu.
It was Green Gamer is being repassed once again by Eternal. And Eternal messes up again and goes wide, and he's back through.
He's just lucky his mistakes aren't costing them points right now. It seems though he screws up, he makes a mistake, but he still manages to put some time in between him and Mashiro.
Yeah, Eternal's definitely got the pace to be doing 25s, but he's just not being able to hold it together, whether that's a tune issue or...
I am being told that Shih Tzu is in a Corvette.
Okay, so he's not in the super van.
This is unconfirmed, however. That is what I'm hearing from my sources. I'm gonna say whose battle?
There's a battle going in between Green Gamer and Eternal for the last 2 laps now.
Which is
Eternal
weird.
keeps on passing him on pace, but just then crashing straight after.
You would think that their mission right now would just be to hold position, as I don't think they're going to catch up to Baka, who is... Oh, there goes Mashiro hitting the tree a little bit. Not a big mistake, but still costly. But as I was saying, it seems as though Baka driving is barely still putting distance in between him and Green Gamer and Eternal, so it does not look like they will make up time on him.
Yeah, I mean, Eternal definitely has the pace on Baka, but he's just not keeping it together on the consistency front, which is probably the most important.
Not at all. Do you have any recommendations for me, Grumpy, on whose point of view we haven't seen yet, who we might want to tune into?
That's right, so just looking now, Alpha Q's currently lapping in last place, and Septaro is second to last, unfortunately. So those 2 POVs probably the most interesting.
Those are our only 2 other POVs, aren't they?
Yeah, so Green Gamer is probably the most interesting right now. He's in a battle with Eternal.
Teammate v teammate battle. I believe we're going to have to go and check that out. Is it like a difference in the cars right now between the 2? Is Eternal passing Green on the straightaways, but Green coming back on the corners?
I mean, Green looks like he's doing some nice lines, probably not getting ideal traction, but yeah, he's driving well, but Eternal keeps on you know, passing him on the straights, really.
Sounds about right. If he's using one of the more popular tunes for the NSX, that thing gets around 220 miles an hour on a straightaway. But it does take a hot minute to get up to that top speed. Shih Tzu seems to be taunting.
He's letting everyone know that he's the best guy on the server.
I mean, it is UFHR. We should not be surprised by this. The Green Gamer taking his 9 nicely around the pond.
Yeah, the more I watch him, the more I think that those closely missed checkpoints are just the result of him doing a lot of practice, really.
Not bad at all. And yes, you can see Eternal barely catching up on the straights to his teammate. JV is now coming up on Etronian. If you look, he's less than a second behind. Or my bad, a little more of a second, but he has caught up. He has a chance to take second away. If only we had a pointer's perspective up there. I would have loved to watch that. Oh, Green Gamer almost takes into the. He almost took it to the bridge. Now Eternal's going to capitalize. Going to pass his teammate. This is the only This is the only content we have. Bruh versus Bruh. Battle for 5th. Green almost takes it wide, misses a checkpoint.
And here we see the mistakes start to creep in. You know, late laps. It's getting tense for these guys.
It is.
The NSX just flies away in a straight line.
It's not even close. You would think Green Gamer having the larger spoiler on his car, he would have more power in the straights, but I guess it doesn't correlate. As we all know, the bigger the spoiler, the more horsepower your car has.
I don't know, man. The spoiler on the NSX is pretty fucking big.
I do believe the rule for horsepower versus spoiler goes by surface area, not length or width, but overall surface area.
It looks like during the battle between Green Gamer and Eternal, Mashiro is actually caught up by over a second on this lap. So whether or not he's just getting into his pace now or whether or not he's going to be able to pass remains to be seen, but he's definitely doing better now.
JV less than a half of a second behind Etronian. 0.2 seconds behind about now. Looks like JV's going to try and give his team a little bit more points by taking second. We'll see if he can pull it off or not. Yeah, Eternal is just leaving behind his teammate on the straightaways. It's not close. We'll see if he comes up with any more mistakes, though, as he has been doing quite frequently in this race.
Ooh, Mashiro sets his fastest lap of the race.
Lily Stormy with the disconnect!
Oh, no.
Lily Stormy with the disconnect. It's going to put Lily Stormy in last place. That's giving Dorj a lot more points. They have a fighting chance now. Dorj has a chance. And that's not just 300 extra points added to Dorj. That's 300 points taken away from Bruh.
600 point difference just from that disconnect.
That is unfortunate. The window has opened for Dorj on lap 9 out of 12. We'll see if JV, who is still catching up to Etronian, can take second. That could be the nail in the coffin. Even with the 3 Dorj players being bottom 3, I think they still have a shot. Ooh, Green barely hitting that checkpoint.
I'm just trying to look back through the order to see how close the...
JV takes second! JV takes second! Oh, it's taken away and he gets it back again. They're battling through corners, I assume. This is huge if JV can hold first.
News from the back of the pack. I think that Nico and Griffith are right close together. If Griffith can get past Nico as well, that's going to be huge for the standings.
Are we going to have a point of view by Subtaro or not? Are you aware?
No, I'm just watching like right on the end of the mini-map. There's no one near there.
See, that wouldn't seem like a lot of points. Again, every pass isn't just 100 points for your team. It's also minus 100 for the other. It's a 200-point difference. That could be the deciding factor in this race. Eternal seems to have a little bit better control of his NSX at the moment.
Mashiro closes by another second on this lap.
He is now just over a second away from Green Gamer.
If he passes both of these people, Dorj will be in the lead.
Oh, it is getting intense now.
Should we switch to Mashiro's POV?
I think
chase down this pack.
I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Not in the slightest. Let's see what he's up to. Yes, he has cut up a little bit. Oh, he takes an early turn. That was weird. I think he lost a little bit of time off that.
Seems like that ATS has definitely got the pace on the Huracan overall.
We will see. Seems as though Green Gamer's taking much faster lines through his corners than Mashiro. Green Gamer is definitely taking the more aggressive lines, and since he hasn't missed a checkpoint or really hit an obstacle, I think it's paying off for him.
You can see the straight line max speed here.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm going to buy Mashiro some better internet really soon.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, the stuttering there.
If you have epilepsy in the audience, I recommend you do not watch. Avert your eyes.
But yeah, it looks like Eternal's kind of backing up his teammate in the corners.
It does seem so. I think we're going to switch POVs again and go back to Green Gamer as Mashiro seems to be having...
Eternal makes a mistake.
He held it though.
Eternal makes a mistake. And Green Gamer had to slow down to not hit him.
Oh, so they're giving Mashiro an even bigger gap to come up. JV is now over 3.5 seconds in front of Etronian. And I believe he has got himself another 2 seconds close to the lead, but I don't think it's going to be possible for him to catch up unless a missed checkpoint or something else happens to happen to Shitsu.
And again, Eternal goes wide. Mashiro is right behind him.
.4 seconds behind. Did Eternal miss that checkpoint? Eternal missed a checkpoint! He missed the checkpoint! Mashiro moves up to 6th! And he's gaining on Green! He's bumping the bumper! Late braking up on the inside. He's going to try and take the inside line. We have lag. Mashiro seems to have it.
Mashiro with the double overtake!
Oh my goodness! I think Dorj now has the lead over Bruh. I think Dorj now has the lead over Bruh. If they don't, it is very close.